Hi guys, today we're going to be making a fun fall project. You are going to need one toilet paper or paper towel roll. If it's a paper towel roll, have somebody cut it in half for you because we only need the short one. You're going to need a half a sheet of paper, a small little scrap of paper, crayons, and markers today. So let's get started. We're going to be making this into a bat with big wings. So we're going to get started with our crayons and markers, and we're going to give the body of the bat a nice hairy texture. So I'm going to start out, if you want to do a colorful bat, if you want to make it a purple bat, that's just fine. I'm going to start out with my black and my brown crayon. I think I'm going to have the tummy right about in this area. Now at the very top, we're going to fold our roll here to make it look like ears. And at the very bottom, we're going to fold our roll to make it look like the legs. So I'm going to have the tummy here. I'm going to have the face right about in this area. So I want you to draw two nice big ovals. It's a little tricky because it's on this cylinder, a big curved cylinder. Tummy, face. I am going to use my marker and I'm just going to add some hair to the tummy. Now bats are hairy. Why are they so hairy? Well, bats are mammals like you and me, and their hair helps them to stay warm. I'm going to use my crayon, and I am just going to first color the face. I'm not pressing very hard. We're going to make our eyes out of this small piece of paper, so I don't even have to draw the face on there, or the eyes on there. Now bats are really good for our environment because they eat a lot of insects. I am going to give them a little mouth here. And I'm going to give them a little nose. He's kind of got a little, I'll give him a little snub nose. There we go. And then I'll be putting the eyes right up here with this other piece of paper. So if you want to add more color to your bat, or if you were using different colors, that's fine. You can always take your crayon and color over the marker too. Alright, now I'm going to make my eyes. I have just a small little scrap of paper, and I'm going to fold the paper in half. I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm going to draw a circle for the eye. Now, because I folded the scrap of paper in half, when I cut the eye out, I will get two eyes. So before I draw any details on it, I'm cutting around the circle. And I have two eyes. I'll put them here on my black table. Then you can take your marker or your crayon and you can add some detail to your eyes. They're a little tough to hold on to, but you can do it. All right, we're gonna take 2 tiny drops of glue, and this is really good practice right now to use a very small amount of glue. So I have my glue bottle open, and I'm just gonna put 1 little dot on each side of the nose. There we go. I don't have any glue squishing out because I just used a tiny dot. He's looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna make his ears. So right above his head, I'm gonna take my thumb and I'm gonna push down on the paper towel roll. Do you see how it curved in right there? I'm gonna do that to the other side. So I'm right across from the other one that I just did, and I'm gonna press. There we are. We've got 2 little ears sticking up there. And I can take my marker and add some hair to the ears too. There, he's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the feet. I'm going to go right here below the tummy, and I've pressed in. I'm going to turn them over to the back side, and I'm going to press in. Now, did you know bats sleep upside down? So our bat is going to be hanging by his feet when he sleeps, right? But this bat looks pretty awake, so we'll leave him like he is now. Now I have my half sheet of paper for the wings. I want my wings to match. If something matches on each side, it's called symmetrical. You are a symmetrical person. If we drew a line right between your eyes, right down the middle of your body, all the way down to the floor, you would be the same on both sides. Your hands would match up, your feet would match up, your eyes, your ears, everything would match right up. So we want our bat's wings to match up. And what's that called? Symmetrical. So I'm going to take my piece of paper, I'm going to match up my corners and fold it in half. I'm going to keep it folded. This side is my fold side, and this is my open side. It's like a book. This is the spine of the book. I'm going to start with my pencil, maybe about 1 inch down from the top, and I'm on the fold side. And I'm going to make a big curve all the way over to the other side. I'm going to do that at the bottom too. I'm going to start on the fold. Let's see, I'm going to do a couple of curves. I'm going to go 1. I'm heading for this one up here. 2. Do you see how they're big jumps? 3. I'm going to need 1 more jump to make it, aren't I? And 4. Now I'm not done there. I'll have to draw this part on the other side, but I'm going to draw a second curve, and it touches together with the first one. And then I'm going to make some lines here, because bats have thin little bones to help them control their wings. They're very similar to our fingers. So now I want you to see what this looks like. I've only drawn it on one side. This side over here doesn't have any lines. I'm going to keep it folded, And I'm gonna cut my wings out. Alright, now I have to repeat the curve over on the other side to make it match and make it symmetrical. My line's gonna go all the way down to the point. So now I have to do my curves. One more so that they match. 3. And I'm still symmetrical. Alright, again, if you want to use different colors, please use different colors. You don't have to do the same thing I do. You could have a colorful bat if you like. I'm going to trace over my pencil lines. Now I'm going to use my crayons to color in the spaces, and I'm going to try to do a little bit of shading on these. So I'm going to start with my black crayon, and I'm going to go right along the side of the line. And I'm going to curve it. I'm going to curve it at the bottom. I'm going to go along the bottom of this section of the wing too. Okay, now I'm going to color really lightly with my black crayon. I'm not pressing hard at all. And that's leaving a lot of my white paper showing through right now. Now the second color I chose was a violet color. It's blue violet. And I'm going to color that right over top of the black. That black is going to be my shading. And I'm not pressing very hard with my purple crayon. I'm not trying to cover it up. I'm trying to mix with it. Now I'm going to color very lightly with my black crayon. And now I'm going to blend in my violet color. Take your time, and I want you to color each section of your wing. And you can decide what color to color this area right up here too. I've left the very middle white. Now I have to do the other side so that they're symmetrical. Alright, my bat wings are looking very symmetrical, and you can really see the blending and shading that I've done on each section of the wing. Now I left this little part white with just paper so that the glue would stick a little bit better. Sometimes the glue has a hard time sticking to the wax. So I wanted you to see what he's gonna look like when I get these wings glued on. So I'm going to take my glue bottle again, and I'm going to put a thin line of glue right there on that fold line. I'm gonna hold my bat on there, and I don't want to move it. So you can hold it, or you can just let it rest. It shouldn't roll around too much. And I want you to leave it for 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes, your wings should be good and stuck, and you'll be able to display your bat. So if your bat is sleeping, you're gonna want to put it upside down like that. You could even have it flying, or you could display it right side up. Wouldn't these make great decorations for your house this fall? Bye guys!